Hello students, I welcome you all to Current Affair Lectures by Azad ICS Academy, and today we are going to look into current affairs of 11th April. So before we go into deep content of 11th April, let us look into the question that we had seen yesterday. Okay, what is the main reason for conducting the synchronized Nilgiri Tar census? So we had discussed that it is a 50th anniversary of Iruvukulam National Park, and to commemorate that, this particular census of Nilgiri Tar will be done. And Nilgiri Tar is an endemic species to, uh, you know, Nilgiri Hills. So hence, this is something that we need to understand. Here, there are two things. One is please know about this particular national park, Iruvukulam, and another thing is about the Nilgiri Tar. Okay, there could be a question like, what is its status when it comes to Wildlife Protection Act? Is it, endangered species? Is it endemic species? What kind of a species is it? Is it having any threat, etc.? So all these things you need to have a little bit basic information because this is in current affairs, right? Now, next important thing that we have for today here is that is Pule, a constant gardener of social revolution. So this is very important, especially because it's a kind of a birth anniversary. So Jyotiba Phule's birth anniversary on 11th April honors his pioneer efforts on social justice, education, caste system, equality, etc. So these are some of the things that he has been working upon, and hence it's a birth anniversary that we are supposed to celebrate. So born in here we need to have some basic information. This is a topic of modern history. Point number one. See, I want all of you to understand since 2 years geography is become a very important part of UPSC. In 24 and 23, you see that there are a lot of questions that came from geography. But I am expecting, or it is kind of, you can say that I feel this year there is going to be a lot of that questions that are going to come from history, especially from modern history, because from past 2 years there are very less questions that are coming from modern history, right? So probably this year UPSC wants to give us a shot that okay, they are going to give us a lot of questions on modern history. It could be a possibility because UPSC is unpredictable. So try to do your modern history strong. Anyways, for mains, you have to study. So try to study modern history very well. So here, this topic becomes important because this is one of the important topics when it comes to socio-economical reforms, right? That happened in the modern history period, right? So we are not talking about religious reforms. We are talking about social and economical reforms that took place. So hence, this is one of the important person whom we have to talk about. That is Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, right? So contribution has been there in many different, you know, spheres like social justice, education, caste, equality in India. So these are the things which he's worked upon, right? So he is born in 1827 in a lower caste traditionally engaged in gardening. So he was, why there is a word called gardening? Because he was engaged in gardening, okay? And faced caste discrimination because he belonged to a lower family. He faced in a lot of caste discrimination, lower family. So hence he faced a lot of caste discrimination. At that point of time, and this was very common, okay, which inspired him to challenge the social inequality influenced by progressive education and rationalist literature. So what are the things that he did? He started the first school for girls in, okay, so this is what you have to understand. So he started the first school. So you can also see, remember, this is the first important thing that I've told, florist. So hence, in 1848, he invented to attend a wedding. So here you can see, followed by 18 more schools. So he has basically, he was the first person who started. I'm not going to go into details, but I'll just tell you the overview of what you have to remember over here. Okay, some of his educational reforms that he has done. The first thing is he started the first girls' school. Okay, and this was in the year 1848. Along with this, he also started 18 more schools within 3 years. So in 3 years, he started 18 more schools again. So this is the first point. Opened night school for workers and farmers. So see, it is not possible for the workers and farmers to go to school in the day. So therefore, so here you can see a couple of opened 18 more school in the next 3 years. Okay, when he was 21 years old, that is in 1848. That is when he opened the school. And by 1855, he also opened a night school for Pune so that he can allow the workers and the farmers and the working women who are busy during the day. So they were not able to study during the day. So for them to help them, he opened the school in the night. Okay, who are busy during the day. Pule's rapid success in these revolutionaries was opposed by orthodoxy. Anyways, people who did not believe in all these things, who are orthodox, they kind of challenged this reforms that he was doing. Okay. So apart from this social activism and ideological stand, what was his ideological stand that we need to understand? Opposed orthodox reforms and supported government efforts to bring in social justice. So he was a person who was supporting government. Okay. And he was against all the, orthodox reforms. Founded a truth seeking society, that is Satya Sodhak Samaj. So who is the founder of the Satya Sodhak Samaj? This is the Society of Truth Seekers. It was founded in the September 1873. So this is something that we need to understand, right? And he challenged upper caste reforms. So he basically challenged all the reforms that were done by upper caste. The body was intended as alternative to larger upper caste dominated reform movements. Okay, these included Brahma Samaj, Pratana Samaj, as well as Arya Samaj movement. So he basically challenged all the upper caste movements. And what are the upper caste movement? It could be Brahma Samaj, it could be Pratana Samaj, it could be Arya Samaj. He basically, uh, you know, intended to have an alternative to all these upper caste dominated reforms. And what was his the Samaj or his society that he found out was Satya Sodak Samaj. Satya basically means truth, and Sodak is to find out or seek, and society, right? So this is what he have to understand. Rejected the 1857 revolt. 1857 revolt also. He was the person who did not want 1857 revolt. He rejected this concept as well. Okay, fearing it could restore oppressive rule. So because he felt that this could make the oppressive rule much, strong. So he did not like this. Views on the caste and slavery, compared caste-based system to American slavery. So here in India, whatever caste-based system is there. So he was a person who compared the caste system to, or caste discrimination to, American slavery. In America also there was slavery that was happening, and similarly in India we have a caste-based system. So he said that both of them are almost similar. Okay, highlighted deep-rooted oppression under previous regimes, advocated compulsory education and incentives for poor children. So these are some of the things that he basically promoted. Okay, and apart from this, he suggested reforms in the agriculture. He wanted some agricultural reforms, like he talked about dam construction. So this is another important topic. Dam construction he suggested. He also suggested about forest management, etc. Right? So he encouraged movement of soldiers in civil work so that they can benefit. Apart from this cultural belief that he had, criticized religious texts for promoting inequality. See, now also if you see, there are some religious texts who is talking about, or where it is mentioning about sati system, wherein there is a lot of discrimination that is happening. So he kind of opposed all that. He said that religious texts that are promoting inequality is something that he did not like, and he started criticizing those things. Apart from this, he called a universal human equality and rejected caste-based sacredness, advocated gender equality, and questioned male dominant customs. Male dominant customs such as widow remarriage. The sati system is a male dominant custom. Apart from this, child marriage is a male dominant custom, right? And dowry system is the male dominant custom. So because all these are customs which are, dominating male. Sati system is a male is dying, then you also have to go and die. Okay, the wife also have to go and die. Apart from this, child marriage. Okay, getting the girls married to a person very at a younger age, giving dowry to a man. So all these are what male dominated things, and this is something that he rejected. And he was a person who wanted to, have a equality. So this is something that we need to understand and have some basic information about this important personality, right? So these are the achievements, some of the achievements that I have put in, and you will study more details about these achievements even in your modern history. Try to have a little more understanding of this topic. You may expect a question from here as well, right? So now let us see the next important topic that we have is indoor air pollution. Can better design help protect our health? So let us see what is it. Indoor air pollution poses serious health risk, yet receives less attention compared to outdoor pollutions in India. So inside our house also there is a lot of pollution that is happening. Most of us tend to think about air pollution in terms of what is outside the house or building. We are currently in exhaust from motor vehicles or on the streets. So we are basically talking about those things which are coming outside, okay, outside the house. It could be, we are talking about the carbon dioxide that is coming from the vehicles, or we are talking about all those things which are coming outside, but we're not talking about what is happening inside our house. With most of the urban residents stay indoors, addressing indoor air quality is also crucial. So most of the people, see, when it comes to India, most of the, for example, especially post-COVID, at least people are staying inside itself. Like, for example, if you take me, if I'm working from home, I am going to stay inside the house. I'm not going to go out anywhere, right? So these are some of the things. So outdoor versus indoor air pollution. So what is this outdoor indoor air pollution? Most of the people think air pollution is outside problem, but in indoor air pollution can also be very harmful. So you have to understand that indoor means whatever is there inside the house, air pollution is also going to be very dangerous, or it is also going to be very hazardous, you can say, or harmful. Is also what? Very, very harmful. We'll discuss how it is harmful, etc. So in urban cases, people spend around, see, look at this. In most of the urban areas, people spend around 70 to 90% of the time indoor. Okay, this is what a person is saying. She is a prominent person, right? So yet indoor air quality is often overlooked. Means we are not looking into it. We are just ignoring it. Okay, sources of indoor air pollution. So what are the sources why we have indoor air pollution? So let us understand what is the indoor pollution, etc. Now, in rural areas, indoor air pollution mainly costs coming from solid fuels for cooking. See, means if there are two things. One is the rural area, another is the urban area. In the rural area, if you do not have LPG gas, what you are doing, you are burning off wood or you are burning something, and that is burning off some kind of solid. So from there, whatever you are getting, that is the indoor air pollution, right? Comes from solid fuels for cooking. Especially, why do you burn this? This is basically done for cooking, and because you're doing it for cooking, what is happening is you're burning in maybe wood or you're burning in cow dung or anything as such. So because of this, what is going to happen is a lot of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide is released, and that is one of the important indoor air pollution. Now, what is urban area? In cities, indoor air pollution rises from smoking. Okay, look, one is smoking. If a person is smoking cigarette inside the house, it is one of the indoor. And along with that, you're doing a lot of cooking also, right? And you're doing incense stick. That is, agarbatti you say, right? So that is also one of the important things that we're doing here. Then chemical cleaners, mosquito coil. So you have seen that a lot of people, have a mosquito coil in their house. That is also one of the important, smoke that is coming up. So all these are nothing but what? Pollutants itself. You are saying that, okay, it is killing the mosquito, but it is also killing the environment. Okay, the instant stick, you're saying agarbatti, you're doing that, but that is again not good, right? Building materials like paint, plaster, furnishes also release harmful substances. Outdoor pollution can also enter building, especially in the places with poor insulation. So where you do not have a proper insulation, there also you will see that there is a lot of dust that is coming out from outside as well. Understanding indoor air quality. Indoor air quality refers to the quality of air inside and around the building. So what is indoor air quality? First important thing, the definition of indoor air quality is nothing but, you have to understand this, it refers to the air quality within and around the building and the structure. Especially it relates to health and comfort of the building occupants. So hence, if they ask you what is indoor air quality, you have to understand it is the air quality that refers to inside and within the boundaries as well, or around the building also. Okay. And who is giving this definition? This definition is given by US Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. So US EPA, that is United States Environment Protection Agency, is the person who's giving, or this is the agency who's giving us the definition of indoor air quality. So poor air quality can lead to health problems like eye and throat irritation, headaches, and fatigue. Long-term exposure can also cause respiratory diseases, heart conditions, and even cancer. So these are the things that can happen if you're exposed to a longer time of these kind of things, right? So crowded spaces with poor ventilation can also lead up building carbon dioxide and sickness. So what is that we have to understand? So we have to have a proper role. There should be a role of design. So we need to design houses and there should be a proper ventilation so that all these things that are coming inside are going outside, right? So lack of ventilation in the building traps the indoor inside and increases the pollution level, right? So open windows, you have to open the windows, allowing sunlight and using indoor plants can improve air quality, right? In hospitals and other enclosed places, design strategies can also, reduce harmful materials, etc. So need of health building practices is something that we need to understand. So we have to have a green building design, more affordable and common after, especially after COVID-19. As I already gave you this example, even before we talk about the way forward, that after COVID, a lot of people are doing work from home and they're sitting inside. People who would go to office had a common area where they would go and smoke, but that's not the situation right now. They're smoking inside the house itself, or they are doing all these bad habits inside the house itself, and this is creating a lot of indoor air pollution. So healthy designs include good airflow, natural light, proper waste disposal, and fewer people in enclosed spaces. A lot of people in the same spaces is again not good, or very few people in that particular closed space, and the waste management is done in a proper manner, etc. So these are some of the things that we can do to have a better health even in the indoor situation, right? So these are some of the important things for today. Let us see the question that we have. Which organization defines the Indian Air quality. First, let us understand what is the definition of this. I'll tell you the definition, try to find out the answer for this. The definition of indoor air quality is the air that refers, or air which refers to air within and around the building. And so this is the definition of this particular air quality. I mean, indoor air quality. Who has given this definition is the answer that you need to find out. Try to put in your answers in the comment section. If you have any doubts, if you have any more suggestions, try to put that as well. We will try to come up with the improvisations. Thank you so much.